So I've been in New York visiting my mom, staying here with her for a few days. I guess it's Friday and I got here like late Tuesday night. But but it's such a beautiful place here in the Hudson River Valley. Um, Unfortunately, there's too many people, and they're on the wrong political side of things. But not that I care about that anymore. But it does make this place suck. Other than the fact that it's a beautiful place. But yeah, so I mean, like, there's like the river right here, and every morning you get to wake up, walk out front, have a cup of coffee, and see this. It's a really gorgeous place. In the town of Cortland, they put a free concert on across the road over there at the little Veterans Park they got going on. And sometimes they even have a movie. They do it on Thursday nights in the summertime, and it's totally free to the people that live here, which is cool as shit. Last week I went and watched Coco. It was a pretty good movie. But yeah, so right now I am exactly 1 week away from getting on an airplane and going to Thailand. Today is Friday. Is it? Yeah, today's fucking Friday. Today's Friday. So, next Friday, I get to go on an airplane, all right? Take off early in the morning Saturday at 0032. And, yeah, go straight on over to Thailand with one small little stop in the Ukraine. But, I'm really looking forward to this trip. It's something that I've thought about doing for a very long time. I've just been compelled to go to Thailand, and I've wanted to spend time there, and and do live my life the way that I want to, and finally establish the life and be the person that I want to be without any distractions. And I now have that opportunity. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I've never been happier in my entire life than I am right now. I've never had more hope for the future than I do right now, and a lot of that just happens. Just a lot of that has to do with the fact that, I'm 49, I don't have any children, I'm recently divorced, and I've got nothing but opportunity in front of me, man. I mean, it's like I can go anywhere and do anything. And that's a good feeling because, like I said, I have the opportunity to start a whole new life in a place where I want to be, in a culture that I admire, and I'm really looking forward to this. And I want to share something else with this story too about that is. I'm a very spiritual person. I always have been. I believe in the powers of the universe. I believe that a lot of the ancient cultures were correct in the things that they believed, especially when it comes to topics like reincarnation and things of that nature. I really think that they were correct with a lot of things, or that they were right on the money. I'm not exactly sure where I was going with that. I started babbling because some dude drove by and kind of like caught my attention. So now I don't know what the hell I was talking about. So we'll just start over. But so yeah, so like I was saying, I think I feel very hopeful for the future. I had 3 different fortune tellers at different times from between 2012 and 2017 tell me that I was going to meet the love of my life, that I would find my soulmate, and together her and I would build the life that I've always wanted and that she's always wanted. And there were a couple of key ingredients of information that were given to me by these fortune tellers. And when I asked Fa about the conditions, she confirmed that, yeah, she did have she was going through exactly what the fortune teller said she was going through at the time frame that she was going through it, and it was 6 years before her and I, well, 5 years before her and I met. So, whoa, just dropped my phone. So anyway, once her and I figured out that, yeah, she's the person that the fortune tellers were telling me about, and she had fortune tellers confirm to her that I am her soulmate, you know, and she's a very gentle, kind person, and, you know, that's exactly the way that I want to be. And, you know, I've made so many changes in my life over the last year, that in a lot of ways I don't even recognize myself, which is a good thing. You know, I'm not complaining at all. These are changes that I've wanted to make. But so now I find myself in a situation where my soulmate is on the other side of the planet. Her and I have never stepped foot in the same room together. We've never laid eyes on each other physically. You know, we talk every day. We video chat almost every day. And it's a wonderful thing, because this is the first relationship that I ever established with a non-physical type of a start, and I appreciate it much more. Like, this is an actual relationship, because it's two people. You don't have to be in the same room together to build a relationship. You just have to communicate and spend time with one another. And obviously, you know, you'll learn more about each other when you're together and in the same room, because then, like, you know, little things that irritate one another come out. But the situation with her is, it's like, I've never met a person that I was a female that I was so compatible with. When we talk about things, we have very similar views, we have similar ideas, you know, and when she speaks, you know, I listen to her, and when I speak, she listens to what I have to say, and it's a very give and take relationship, and I really like that. She seems to be willing to do as much work into a relationship as me. I mean, what more can I ask for, you know? So I know some people are worried about me, my family members included, you know, are worried that maybe I'm making a rash decision, or, you know, going too fast or anything like that. And, you know, it's like, in my heart, I'm not worried about a thing. Not one thing. I'm not at all. In my heart, I know that this is going to work out to be a beautiful thing. I really do. You know, and people ask me, well, what's your contingency plan? I don't have one, and I'm not even thinking like that. I'm not looking for an escape route. I'm looking to build a beautiful life with a person that I love, and that's the way that I look at it. So that's the path that I'm walking down, and anything that lays across that path is just an obstacle that needs to be stepped over, just like any other obstacle, you know. But when a person knows that something's right, they just know, you know. And I know deep in my heart, like, when it came time for me to retire out of the Navy, I knew it was my time. There was, you know, maybe a year before that, I had planned on staying in the Navy till the Navy said, Bob, it's time for you to go. We no longer need your services, okay? And in a year, let's say 2 years, that whole thing changed. All of that changed. And it's because life around me changed. Everything about it changed. And it was no longer an enjoyable thing. And I said, you know what? It's time for me to go. And everybody told me that there would come a time when I would just know in my heart that it was time for me to leave the Navy and become a civilian again. And that's exactly what happened. And now I'm living my life out of pure happiness. I'm living my life totally unexpecting and totally accepting of everything that happens, because that's where you truly find peace. There is no peace in resistance, no peace whatsoever. There is only aggravation and irritation in resistance. But when a person accepts the things that life has to give them, okay, that life presents in front of them, things become peaceful. And then you can see your own responsibility in things. And then, and only then, can you make the changes that you need to make in your life. And I see people doing that, you know, probably not as many people as I'd like to see, but there's a lot of people making changes for the positive in their own lives. And some of them are providing inspiration to others, you know. I mean, I'm not going to mention any names, but there's a girl who lives here in my mother's hometown. Well, she's not a girl anymore. She's my age, but, you know, she's doing great, man. She went from being big as a house to being, you know, in pretty good shape and doing more for herself every day, climbing up out of the hole that she found herself in. It's just like I'm doing, you know. You have two lives, the one you're born into and the one that you create. And the one that we find ourselves in is not always the one that we created, okay? It's just one that we found ourselves in and don't understand exactly how we got there. But when you look back on the decisions that you've made, then you can see how it is that you actually got here. So the position that I'm standing in right now, I'm trying to live my life purely from love. I don't think about anything negative. I don't have backup plans. I don't have... If I feel the need to have that, then I'm in the wrong situation. You see what I mean? If I'm thinking I need an escape route, then I'm in a dangerous place. Why else would I need to escape unless I'm in danger? See? So if I don't put myself in danger, pretty simple, isn't it? So I live in a situation where I'm always striving for happiness. I follow my heart. I'm concentrating on what type of energy am I putting out? You know, or do people see me as being warm and receptive or closed off and cold, you know? So that's just how I'm living my life. And I'm not trying to think anything negative or, gee, what about this? Or, you know, ooh, what about that? I've never been that guy. I've always been the guy where, oh, this just happened? Well, we need to do this. That's the way I've always been. My brain works quick. It's filled with information. And I can access it at any point in time, anytime I need it. So I don't worry about things. I just accept what happens and I deal with it. So I have found a lot of peace in that. And I hope that everybody enjoys this Friday to the best of their ability. And I hope that everyone that I know and love has a fabulous life, that they're always happy, even though I know that's not the case, but the majority of the time you can be happy. So I hope everyone is happy the majority of the time and living the life that they want to live. And if you're not, well, look yourself in the mirror, ask yourself why you're not, and then go and live the life that you need to live. Okay? That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm following my heart and I'm following my footsteps, and that's all there is to it. I put one foot in front of me and I'm not looking back. I'm not concerned about where my foot's landing. I'm just going to put it down, and wherever it goes, it goes. If I step in shit, I step in shit. And it's as simple as that. So I don't worry about life. I don't worry about things anymore. I live my life to be happy, and I hope everyone else does the exact same thing. Everyone have a blessed Friday and an even better weekend. Love y'all. Have a great Friday.